it's your girl, Portia Marie.
What's going on, Dope family? It's your boy, Iffy.
This is where creators meet and have dope conversations. Welcome to the Dope People Meet podcast. Today, we have special guest, my little brother, Canon in the building. What's up?
What up? Thank y'all for having me.
You know, it's a pleasure, Let the people know who you are, where you from, and what you do.
My name is Canon. I'm from Indianapolis, Indiana. And I'm a photographer, creative director in the music industry.
Okay, period. Are we gonna get into a little dope topic real quick? Cause it's always like big in the photography world or the videography space. So, Iffy, what you got for him?
So you going on all these tours lately, right? Mm-hmm. 21 Savage posted a picture, he ain't tag you in it. How you feel about that? And it's a question, it's just, I wanna get your intake on this.
Me personally, I don't trip off of nothing like that. Just cause I feel like at the end of the day, a lot of artists, they may not even be thinking, oh, this person took this picture, so I need to tag them. And I don't know, they may have their own reason for not doing it, but I don't think it's nothing personal. And I feel like as long as you're able to still let it be known that that's your work, then.
Okay. Well, before we go too deep into conversation, we gotta start with a celebration toast. You just got off tour, like you doing big shit. So, give the people a word of affirmation or something you live by every single day.
Something I live by every day is trying to just only worry about things you can control.
Period. All right, we can toast to that. Hey. What was that defining moment that sparked your interest in the photography space?
I went to a concert in Chicago with Travis Scott, Thug, and Metro. And at the time, I was just doing videos. And Cam Kirk blessed me with a media pass. And that was my first time ever, shooting the concert. Mm-hmm. And at the time, I had an old MacBook. All I had was video footage of the show, and it kept freezing, and it was looking like pictures. Oh. And I started posting them as if they was pictures, but it wasn't. I just started screenshotting when it froze, because I couldn't do nothing anyway. So I just figured, at least I still wanted to let people know,
that you was there, you did that.
Right, so I did that, and people was biting on it like it was actually pictures, so I was like, I might as well take pictures, because I guess people like it.
So what made you want to stay within that niche? Where you could have did weddings, you could have did baby showers. What made you say, you know what, I want to go ahead and just do straight concerts, work with artists?
I think it's really just my love for music. I'm always listening to new artists. I'm always listening to music, period. So it just was a little interesting to actually be able to be a part of an artist's creative process and document it and just see how that whole thing worked.
So you see yourself kind of expanding, doing something else?
Yeah, for sure.
So because you kind of jumped into the space by accident, mm-hmm. Would you say you had any influences after the fact, after you did post those photos and people started liking it? Did you find some type of inspiration from a photographer?
Yeah, once, cause at the time I wasn't aware of who Cam was.
Okay. My
friends that I was there with knew who it was, and they kind of he do this too, and we just kind of clicked in. But since then, since actually being able to shoot a concert and see the feedback I was getting and the love and support, that's when I started diving into it. I started just looking at different cameras, looking at other photography, just anything. I never really focused on a specific photographer's work to be inspired by, but I just was looking at stuff to get familiar with what's going on in that world, I guess.
Okay.
So how do you stay motivated in this game? Everybody a photographer in the A, so in this Hollywood world, how do you stay motivated?
I stay motivated just based off of being from where I'm from. Like a lot of people don't. It's a small city, and it don't really get a lot of notoriety, but it's talent there, and just being able to be someone from Indianapolis that is doing what I'm doing is a blessing, and it just makes me want to keep going, because it's like, why we got to be overlooked?
So you feel like you got competition, or you just kind of focus on yourself?
I just focus on myself. I don't want to compete with nobody. I don't want no smoke.
So I want no smoke.
Yeah, I got it.
Well, for those that know, like we know, like you are 21's official photographer. So let's talk about that. Like, you know, we just been through a pandemic. We still kind of in one, but we are back outside a little bit. And, you know, there was no tours, there was no shows, there was nothing going on. So how did that affect your mental health, and how did you get through that time period when you weren't working?
During the time period when I wasn't working, I just started to get into like just looking at other types of photography other than just music, stuff like that. Like I started looking at how people do campaign shoots and landscape photography. I was looking at everything just because I just felt like that was an opportunity for me to expand as a photographer and learn more, because when everything, like pre-COVID, I feel like everybody was comfortable. Not maybe everybody, maybe not.
But I feel you on that.
I feel like everybody thought it was just sweet out here.
Yeah, facts.
And then something hit us, and now it's like, now everybody got to find out what's gonna be next. It ain't like, you know, it don't matter if you
figure it out.
broke or rich, you gotta figure it out now. So, and as far as my mental health, I definitely had some down times during the COVID pandemic thing, just cause I feel like anybody would, if you're used to seeing a certain amount of workflow coming in, and then all of a sudden a virus come by and just stop everything, and you don't know what's really, you know. I think that's the only thing that kind of really affected me mentally. I always like to know what's next for myself. Like if I gotta, like John to tell you, if I gotta shoot next week, I want to know when it is, what day. If I gotta shoot next month, I want to know when it is, what day. I just like to look forward to stuff. It keep me up. It keep me positive. It just keep me ready to go.
Okay. That's
so
good.
Outside of 21 Savage, so how do you lock in your other clients? Like, are you looking, or they just kind of like, yo, John, I need you to shoot this for me real quick, or like, what's the day in the life for that?
A lot of it is, you know, some people reach out, and a lot of things I just try to, if I like someone's music or something, I automatically want to work with them, just cause I don't know. I see photos when I listen to music and stuff like that. Like it puts me in a world of wanting to get creative sometimes. Like,
so are you focused on the hip hop, the rap, or if I'm a country singer and I try to book you, you gonna like, what's going on? We doing a country show, I gonna book you?
If you doing a country show, your money green, I got you. I got you.
So like, how would you say like photography is starting to define social media today?
I feel like photography runs social media. Honestly, like if you wanna let somebody know something, you post a photo nowadays. Like if artists wanna announce their project, they posting a picture. You know,
You got a point there.
Everything ran off of photos, like photos or video, cause it's like that's the only nowadays. If you ain't catch it on a picture or video, it ain't happen.
That's a fact. That is a fact. And it was funny because we was having a conversation about this the other day, how the start of Instagram was just straight photos. It wasn't even people. It was just literally photos of landscape and nature and just,
That's when it was only on iPhone.
Yeah, so it's funny to see the transition now.
I had the BlackBerry back then.
And the flips.
So let me ask you this, right? So people, they paying people every day, shoot me, post it on the gram. Is it worth it? Or as a creative, can I use my phone and create content?
You can,
Or is it
but
worth it to pay somebody $200 per picture?
me personally, I think it is worth it because the person that you paying that $200, it ain't like you just giving him $200 to take a simple picture. He might add a creative aspect that go crazy for you, go viral, and then that help expand your brand just off of what he had in his mind. But I mean, you could take a picture on your iPhone too, like that's on you though.
Whatever
You know,
like, it just may not have the same impact.
Yeah.
So like, when did you realize like I'm John Cannon, big John Cannon, like I'm good at this shit? Like, when did you have that defining moment?
I don't even like thinking like that.
Okay, listen, we know you humble and all, but you big Cannon for sure. So we ain't gonna act like you ain't that nigga, because you are. So when did you have that moment for real? Like when you had even if it just made you feel good and it made you smile just thinking about the fact that like, yo, I did that. I'm doing this. People are recognizing it. People love this.
I say it was early, but I'll never forget having a photo in the New York Times.
Oh, that's hot.
Yeah, I'll never forget that.
Tell us about it. What was on there? What was featured?
It was an article on like Atlanta's rising music scene, and then it was a picture of 21 Savage and Lil Yachty. I took the picture of Savage. It was a photo from a birthday bash concert that was outside. I can't remember whose concert that is that's outside.
Well, probably birthday bash with Hot 107.9?
And then like,
Or Streets 94.5?
Yeah, I think it was Streets.
Streets Fest?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But I don't know. It's crazy because that concert is kind of what locked me in with traveling and doing things with 21. And at the time, I never even imagined having a photo in the New York Times. Like, I don't feel like it's too many people that don't know what the New York Times is.
Exactly.
So I just felt like that was huge, even though it was early. Like, that was like within my first year of photography for real.
Oh, that's dope.
And it just, I don't know. But that was like a moment where I was just like, okay.
And how long you been in the photography space?
Now probably like 6 years.
6 years? Oh, you still young in the game. Okay.
So you talked about New York Times. Is that your best work so far?
Nah, it's
What's
far
yours?
from my best photo. I think my best work to date would have to be Savage Mode 2 cover.
Okay, that was a tough cut.
That was fine. So for like the top tier photographers out there, so I'm not a photographer, so I don't know about the gadgets, right? But for those aspiring photographers that want to become like the John Cannon, right? What type of equipment are you like recommending to them? Like, what do you always have in your pack?
Me personally, I always keep a digital camera. You want to know like specifically?
Yeah, because they might want to know.
Oh, me personally, I shoot with a Mark IV. I always have my 50M lens. I feel like
These are Canon products.
Right.
Okay.
I feel like I can't really tell somebody what equipment to go get because I can't tell you what's in your brain when you taking pictures. So whatever, you have to know what you trying to do with it to understand like what would make sense to shoot, you know?
Feel you. I'm not in their world, but I got you. So like amongst like photography gear, like out of your purchases, what would be one purchase you made that you felt like I shouldn't have got that?
I don't know. Probably some of these point and shoot cameras though, because it's like you'll buy one and then 2 weeks later it don't even work and you don't know why. You ain't drop it, nothing. It just don't work.
So explain that. What is a point and shoot camera like?
A point and shoot camera is like almost like it's a film camera, but it's like, you know, the little
like the Polaroids? Or
nah, not a Polaroid. What's the little?
Sony A76,000.
Nah, like what's the ones that you can buy like in a little box?
Oh, the disposable camera.
Yeah, it's almost like that.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah, I couldn't think of the
gotcha.
word, but yeah, it's like a disposable camera almost. But they got different ones with different qualities.
Oh, okay, got you.
Some of them just be like, bro, you'll buy one and don't even work for real. I don't know. I guess you just gotta know what you're doing too. I don't really focus on film like that. I just do it for fun. I don't really. I know about film because I mean you kind of got to use it, but I don't know. I just do it because I think it's fun. I ain't trying to get too serious with it.
So, like, what is, like, your workflow, like, post-production? Like, okay, so you just on tour, right? You capture these photos. So what's that post-production like for you? Because people that have never been on tour before don't even understand, like, the, like, back and forth. It's like you jumping on stage and you might be going straight to the next city. You just never know. Like, it's crazy. So, like, what does that look like for you, especially on a day like that? Like, if you're on a tour and stuff, what does post-production look like for you? And what is, like, your turnaround time? Like, is there, like, a timeline, like, oh, I got to have this to him by this time? Like, what does that look like for you?
I ain't never really been given, like, a requested, like, timeline on when I'm supposed to have things back, because I feel like, you know, Savage's team and myself, we've always had just like an understanding, like, bro, if you took some pictures, send them. Like,
Got it.
ain't no point in making somebody wait 2-3 days or a week for some pictures. Like, just send it. But me personally, I edit as soon as the show over. As soon as he get off stage, I go edit.
You go in your own little corner. Like, is there something like, is it like music or something you have to tap into to get into like that space of editing? Because I don't know if you even do much editing. Some people can take a photo and then just deliver it, but like.
Yeah. Sometimes I listen to music, but I don't know. I edit right when he get off stage, because when I'm taking pictures during the show, I already have in mind how I want to edit it, so I don't want to lose that thought.
Oh, gotcha.
By doing anything else or focusing on anything else. I just want to go straight into it.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
So let's talk collective gallery, right? How was that? How did that change you right now? Like, so like you signed. I know you said you got signed recently, right?
Yeah.
So like, what's the game changer for that?
It put a real support system behind you that's like willing to tackle your goals with you. A lot of people don't have that in the photography industry. A lot of people like really doing it on their own for real. Like, some people got managers, but it's like, it's more than just having a manager. You know, you got managers, you got a manager that's experienced, you got a manager that is into law and make sure you ain't gonna get taken advantage of. You got people that's on the ground with you. So it's like just all around, it's like just having an umbrella of support that you wouldn't have had otherwise.
So everybody on that label, is it like a particular direction, like your own creative direction, or everybody kind of just do what they kind of do?
Like, you mean as far as like my work?
Yeah, like your work. So like, I know you got Skrilla too.
Yeah.
So is it kind of like you kind of do what you do, or is it like room for growth? Like, you know, I want to tap into this market. I want to start shooting different.
Yeah, no, there's definitely room for growth. They always wanting to know what's next. Like, what we doing next. They always open for ideas, all that. So it's like, it's always some room for growth. I don't think they would sign anybody and want them to just stick to only what they doing.
Yeah, we gotta get everybody on. We gotta get J Rose on here.
Yeah, we gotta get the whole gang on here.
Questions about that. I love it.
Yeah. And so before going to the Collective Gallery, you had placements with Vogue and Complex and Fader and all these dope things, right? So what has been another like dope moment you had, you know, that came from being a part of the Collective Gallery?
I had 3 photos in Times Square at one time.
Fire. That's fire. What was it? Give it to us.
2 DDG and OG Parker photos from a cover that I shot for their project. And then I did a shoot with Benny the Butcher for his upcoming project, and that one was in Times Square as well. So it's like, that was kind of cool to me to be able to achieve that with them, because I feel like It's like I almost had like a little gallery in
That's fine.
Times Square.
Like, what's that feeling like? You know, just seeing your picture.
Like, did you fly out? Did you go see it for yourself?
I didn't. I actually didn't get the chance. I think I might have been on the road. Was I on the road with that? Yeah. But that feeling, I can't really even describe it. It's kind of like, to me, that's like, as far as, I mean, it just depends on what you in it for. But to me, I feel like as far as just the reach of your work and just, I don't know. I feel like the platform, I feel like that's like winning a championship almost.
Yeah,
like getting in Times Square.
You ain't cry? Like, you like,
Nah.
You ain't call my dukes and like, yo, mom.
Nah, I told my mom.
You real humble. You just like.
Right, like, what type of emotions do you exert? Like, you don't cry. Like, what do you do? Like,
I get happy. I don't think nothing has made me just like tear up though.
I would
this funny. Y'all would tear up.
I think
I ain't gonna lie.
The one thing that kinda made me a little emotional was when the Savage Mode billboard started going up in Atlanta. Just a little bit, cause it's like that was like my first like big thing that I've done in Atlanta that I feel like
They got recognized.
You know?
That's fine.
And then I don't know. Just at the time, I was in a place of just, you know, thinking about one of my friends from back home that passed. And it just, I don't know why at the time it felt like the billboard was like with him.
That's
You know what I'm
fine.
saying?
I feel that. So I want to talk about a moment that we got to share together where we both was making money and doing some dope shit, and that was for the Nike Yard Runners campaign.
Yeah.
That was our very first time. I've been knowing you all these years, and it was our very first time working together. So let's talk about, like, I know how my introduction with the whole Nike campaign came about. How was your introduction with meeting the Nike team and being able to come on, you know, on board to shoot the behind the scenes footage?
That was actually one of the first things that I did with the Collective Gallery.
Fire.
Kinda, sorta. It was around that time, but yeah, Cam had hit me and let me know he had a position on the shoot for me, and I went. Was able to meet the people that, you know, curated the shoot and put everything together, and just went from there.
How did that, like, make you feel? Like, I'm working with Nike, like, because I know, like, for me, at the top of the year of 2020 or 2021, that was earlier this year. Yeah.
I think it dropped earlier this year.
Yeah, mine dropped at the top of the year, and it started at the end of 2020, and then went into 2021. But going into the year, it was crazy because, going into the year 2020, I had wrote like this whole list of like different brands and entities and people that I wanted to partner with and things of that nature. And I was putting big names on there. Like my friends and the team around me, they felt like, you know, like, you crazy, like, you really putting, I was like, yes, because I'm working with these people. And it's crazy because Nike was on that list. And that's why I feel like I believe in the art of manifestation and, you know, really believing that you can accomplish any and everything. That like came so randomly. Like it was just a conversation of, somebody was like, oh, looking for HBCUs, it's dope, and doing their thing, da-da-da. And my homie was like, oh, yeah, I sent your name in. I don't even know what they said. All I know, like, a week or two later, I get an email from Nike, and I'm like, this shit is wild. You know, so, like, how was that moment for you working with such a large brand as Nike?
Excuse me. For me, I've always been a real big Nike fan as far as, like, just sneakers and sportswear in general. So for me, that was my first time actually working with Nike. That was actually pretty cool. I was excited for that for sure, because just growing up, always wanting Nike, and then finally being able to do something with them. You know, I just love the fact that I was able to be blessed with that.
Yeah, and the team was dope.
Yeah.
Nike family, y'all fire.
Yeah, that was a great shoot. So.
So what's next? Like what could we expect next? Like what's the next big thing lined up?
Don't tell nobody.
We ain't gonna tell nobody.
What?
Matter of fact, they said, when is drop?
It's gonna drop in a couple of So you got time. You got time.
Okay. But I got some galleries coming.
Oh, come on, give us a look. Man, come on, by the time it drops, it's gonna be good.
All right, the first one is gonna run from like a month. Yeah, it's gonna be just about a month. Yeah. So that's gonna be like a month-long gallery.
Give it to us.
It's gonna be here in Atlanta on Peter Street.
Dang, bro.
Yeah, I got 2 in mind for next year, but I really can't say nothing about them.
Okay, is this kind of like the conversation we had a long time ago? The vision you had for is it along that same?
A little bit.
Okay.
A little bit,
Okay.
but one of them is like is what we talked about.
Okay.
But a little more added to it. But another one, I think everybody gonna think I'm crazy.
Good. We love crazy. I love crazy.
That's the one I want to see right there.
That's all he can give us? Dang! It's okay. Check out the gallery dropping November 12th, mid-December. We're gonna be looking for it.
Atlanta Basil. That's what we calling it. Okay.
Okay, we done.
I
All right.
gotta wait for that.
Well, before we get up out of here, we do want to play a game with you. You down for the cause? Okay, it's called Red Flag, Green Flag. So you gotta
what
get your
them for.
legs. Yeah.
This go with that Twitter thing they been doing.
Yeah.
Red
Just
flag.
raise it up. If it's a red flag, raise it up.
Oh, you can put your glass down. That helps. All right. You just met this chick, right? And she just randomly FaceTiming you. Red flag, green flag. She'll give you no warning. She just, it's new. But, she a vibe. You a vibe. She
See, I don't think that's a red flag or a green flag. It depends. It depends on how much I like her.
Okay, give us the background on it.
Like, what you mean?
Like, what would make you feel okay with her doing it, and what would make you not okay with her?
I feel like it's not okay if you just doing it with no real consideration of what I might have going on in my day.
But she like you. She just want to say hey.
Yeah, but if you blowing up my phone and I don't really know you like that.
Very well.
No, I don't know. I don't really think that's a good or a bad thing though.
Okay, just depends on.
Yeah,
it
depend on how I feel.
Okay.
All right, now this one right here. So Facebook called you today, right? Come do a shoot for me. Ain't no check involved, right? But they're gonna tell you, what? It's a good exposure. Green flag, red flag. We're talking about Facebook, Instagram.
He put up the green.
He want that exposure.
He want that
You know what I'm saying?
Okay, tell us why. Because some people gonna wonder why he won't pick up the check. So why?
Of course, I would love for them to pay me.
Right.
But a platform that big, man, you don't know what they might do with them photos.
That's
Just off
real.
of initial comment, I gotta at least hear them out. Like see what they trying to really do with it, cause you might not get some jobs. You might not get paid nothing for, but what come after you did that be worth it.
The setup. Okay, I feel that.
Good thinking right there.
All right, so you just got tour, whatever. The shawty's gonna be hitting your DM like, yo, I'm trying to get on tour. What's up? Red flag, green flag. Okay, why is it a red flag? Cause you feel like they're coming after Savage. And
Nah,
What?
but it's just I can't bring you on tour.
I mean, not even for a night.
You get him a ticket.
Oh, for a night?
Yeah.
Nah, I do. Yeah, nah. Look,
Okay, give us the background.
almost every tour I've been on, because Cam and just it ain't had to be Cam. Just cause somebody gave me the media pass and it sparked my career. I didn't do it this past tour just cause it ain't a tour that we was really running, and I ain't want to offend Cole's team.
Got it.
Cause I'm trying to do something. But every tour I go on, I give a photographer a pass in every city. I post a little flyer, like email me or DM me.
Now we ain't talking about no photography. We talking about shoddy, like.
Oh, I thought you said shot. I thought.
Oh no, like a girl, she hit you up trying to come on tour. Like, beat it.
Beat it.
So like no action.
Hey man, I'm in a relationship. Go.
Got to go.
Hey, you trying to get beat up?
Okay. I feel that. Well, I want to say thank you so much for tapping in with us with the Dope family. I am your girl, Portia Marie.
And it's your boy, Iffy.
And this is where creators meet and have dope conversations.
What up, y'all? I'm John Canon, hip-hop photographer and creative director. Check out my interview on Dope People Meet podcast.